What's a saying that you've been told that has stuck with you for the rest of your life? Saw a guy forget his glasses in a cafe once. He came back for them, saw me watching him, so turned to me and said, "I'd probably lose my balls if they weren't in a bag to this day." That saying is my favorite. Many years ago, I was upset about something stupid, and a friend of mine said, "There are problems and there are inconveniences. The better you are at telling the difference and acting accordingly, the better off you'll be." Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Taught me not to rush through important tasks, and fucking up would only take longer than taking your time. Taught to me by my instructor in basic training in the Army. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Raise your kids so you can spoil your grandkids, because if you spoil your kids, you'll end up raising your grandkids. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. It doesn't matter who left the barn door open, just go get the horse. Never argue with an idiot. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. One I just heard recently, let them go. Act as if you never knew them, because in reality, you didn't. The less you know, the more you believe. The healthy wear a crown that only the sick can see. Believe them when they show you who they are. People's opinion of you is none of your business. Smiley face. Heard it as a young manager, but it is definitely applicable to many aspects of life. Treat everyone fairly, not equally. Better to be silent and thought a fool rather than opening your mouth and removing all doubt. If the devil's trying to get you, that means he doesn't have you yet. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. Basically, some effort is better than none. Anger without power is folly. I use it to try to remember to not be angry about things beyond my control. Proper prior planning prevents piss-poor performance. Makes you money. Thanks, Dad. The problem is that I have / too many / six-packs in my abs. Makes you laugh. Thanks, Granddad. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I didn't come here to fuck spiders. As a response to someone asking if you were doing something that you obviously are. A few days before my dad passed away from cancer, he held my hand and repeated, "You'll be okay," over and over. I repeat that to myself a lot when times get tough. It gives me comfort. Buy cheap, buy twice. Morgues are full of people who had the tide of way. When I'm driving, I'm always prepared to yield for whatever dumbass move the other guy is about to make. I don't care if I'm in the right, I just want to get to my destination safely. Share results rather than plans. Nothing is made better by panicking. My dad, at the time a firefighter and paramedic, told my sister and I this many times growing up. The first time I remember hearing it was when I was around 7 and he was driving us home during a snowstorm and the car skid a little. My sister screamed and Dad stopped the car in the street, small town, empty roads, to explain how her screaming could only make a situation like that worse. Two come to mind. Wealth isn't how much money you have, it's what you have to sell when the money runs out. And better out than in. Just because she's telling you her problems doesn't mean she wants you to fix them. Sometimes you're just supposed to listen and say, "That sucks." Smart isn't a measure of intelligence. Smart is knowing you're intelligent and doing something with it. It only took me 15 years to really use this advice. If everyone you meet is an asshole, you're the asshole. When I was 17, I had to go to court for an unpaid speeding ticket. I lived by myself, and they told me an adult needed to be with me. My mom moved out of town my senior year, and I chose to stick it out by myself, so I had to call my very absent father to come with me, and he agreed. After we sat there and watched other folks appear before the judge and shown no mercy, there was a break in proceedings. I went outside with my dad while he smoked. And the first thing he said was, "Well, princess, this judge is about to drop kick your ass. Get ready." It was so funny and accurate. I probably saw him less than 10 times again in my life, but I think that line, "Every time life is about to get rough." Well, princess, life is about to drop kick your ass. Get ready. Love the person you are with when you're alone, and you'll never be lonely. Perfect practice makes perfect. In other words, practicing something with no understanding of how it affects your end result or with poor mechanics just creates bad habits and worse performance. Turning the other cheek just gets you hit again. I moved to California for school, and as I was nearing graduation, someone said, "You're 1 in a million. So that means there is 38 of you here," referring to the population of California of that time. It made me feel so incredibly small and not useful. I felt like I would have absolutely no impact or future as an individual if I stayed there. Within a few months, I was moving back to small-town Canada. Manners cost nothing. All you can do is the best you can do. Nobody cares about the truth when the lie's more entertaining. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that ratio.